Good afternoon, YouTube. DutyRon, Retired NYPD Detective, back again with another video. Today's video, we're going to talk about Prince Andrew's daughter, Eugene, who was ready to drop a podcast, and unfortunately, she was unable to do it due to her father's sex allegations. Hello, CYNT. Good to see you, Winky. Thank you for joining. Hi, guys. Mahid, Joey, everybody's popping in. Holy cow. That's quick. That's quick, guys. I'm doing my Saturday morning / afternoon shopping with the missus. Hello, Tracy. Good to see you. Hi, Patty. Hey, Lori. How are you? Thank you for coming in. Derek C. Williams. That's my good friend over there. I hope your trip went well. Let me put my spectacles on. Emily, Lolita in the building. I could see now. I could see now. Hi, Tani. How are you? Great to see you. Salute back to you. Hello, Gordy Bobs. Hello, Saeed. Thank you so much for coming. Hello, Nerdy Big Mac. Thank you so much for coming. So yeah, guys. Jeffrey Epstein's one of his two daughters, Princess Eugenie, or Eugenie. I think it's pronounced Eugenie, but his daughter had a podcast earlier in the year that was set to drop, which aimed on the end of modern day sex slavery and slavery. He was speaking about this, dropping this huge podcast, and all of a sudden her father, Prince Andrew, is in the middle of this sex trafficking allegation and his activities with young children. So his daughter had to take this podcast and pretty much scrap it to the side. Hi, Meglo. How are you? Good to see you. So, I'm looking at so many different articles about this. I'm going to do a full video tonight on it, and I'm going to make it as an upload tonight. So I did see the Biden interview. I know about his involvement. I'm not going to go into that because I did a video totally dedicated to that. It's in my Jeffrey Epstein playlist. So I'm not going to go off track and start speaking about the autopsy and what he found out. Again, everybody has to take into consideration that he was hired by the family as a paid bigwig in the forensics area. All he did was overlook the autopsy results and a report. He didn't conduct his own autopsy. A lot of people get confused about that. He did not conduct an autopsy separately on Epstein. All he did was review the results. So good to see Joey Brooklyn. Cruz Boston is in here. I'm going to read a quick article to you guys very quickly. Princess Eugenie, I think it's Eugenie. I know people are going to correct me. Correct me on the comments below. I know I'm not saying it right. I think it's Eugenia, Eugenie. It could be Eugenia. Ladies, or gentlemen, if you know the correct pronunciation, correct me now in the chat. If you don't, I'm going to just call her Eugenie. I like that. It sounds better. Again, his children are innocent victims here. It's Eugenie. Okay, thank you. Eugenie. Thank you, Chris Boston. I thought I was going with Eugenie, so I was right. Thank you, girls. Thank you, ladies. So Eugenie, one of his daughters, they're innocent victims here. They have nothing to do with this. Unfortunately, their disgraced father decided to partake in underage sexual activity with children. Now, his daughter was on the verge of making royal history this year. However, according to a source close to the royal family, it was held back due to Prince Andrew's relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. So this was an article that was just published this month. I think it was November 19th. Princess Eugenie was due to start a podcast this year in a partnership with the Freedom United. That's a charity which aims at ending modern slavery. She announced the project in July this year to come alongside a speaker series called Tech Tackles Trafficking. Tech Tackles Trafficking. That's a tongue twister. So again, I'm sorry if I'm missing some of the comments. I want to get the point across really, really good for you guys. So she was going to join a partnership with a project in July to talk with, in a series, it was a podcast series called Tech Tackles Trafficking. However, due to her father's alleged involvement with Jeffrey Epstein, who was charged with sex trafficking himself offenses early this year, she held back the release of that podcast, and rightfully so. I mean, I'm not going to speak about something that sensitive if my own father is involved in it. Princess Eugenie's podcast would have made history when it was released this year. The project would have been the first podcast ever launched by a royal family member. However, due to Andrew's alleged involvement in Jeffrey Epstein's scandal, it is currently unclear as to whether or not Eugenie will release the podcast. I don't think she will ever release that podcast. I don't think she ever will. And for those of you in the chat saying hello, I'm going to come back. And of course, as you know, I'm going to come back and say hello to everybody. So don't get discouraged if I'm not answering you. Okay? One source close to the princess said she wouldn't release the podcast again. Modern day slavery, as it is exactly what Epstein was doing. Again, one source close to the princess said she would not release the podcast against modern day slavery, as it is exactly what Jeffrey Epstein, and I'll add in there, and her father, Prince Andrew, were partaking in. This is exactly what the two animal savage beasts they're not even human. I call them subhuman. They're subhuman people, okay? I'm not looking, again, at the comments, so you just hold back on the comments if you want me to react to something. So her father, just to clarify, is involved in the exact same thing. It was not appropriate for her to put that sex slave trafficking podcast series. It would be like Pablo Chacon, who was a major drug dealer. It would be like his daughter doing a thing about smuggling drugs and how she's against it. It would just not make any sense. So the source added that they expected the launch of the project would be quietly put back, and it was quietly put back. It was quietly put back. They said it's a very difficult time for Eugenie at the moment. She and her other daughter, she and her sister Beatrice, are very close to their father and are being very supportive of him. Now, I read other articles that do not say that they're being very supportive of him. Who knows? Who cares? At the end of the day, this is the fallout when somebody partakes in criminal activities, especially heinous criminal activities like that. This is the fallout that happens to a family. It rips the family apart. So, but obviously the timing of her anti-slavery and sex trafficking initiative is hugely difficult, given the renewed headlines around Prince Andrew, her father. She won't want to launch a new podcast against modern day slavery and sex trafficking when that's exactly what her and her father were doing. So pretty sad for this young lady, because it seemed like she was going to want to do something very positive to, get attention to a very, very heinous topic, a very bad act. And I got to tell you, at the end of the day, it's a shame, because he ruined her endeavors that she wanted to do. So let me get into the chat. I don't want to go all the way into this, guys. I don't want to go all the way into it, because then it gives up all of my info for tonight. So let me say hello to Cruz Boston, to Felice Cortez. Hello, Mandy Hall. I'm looking at the chat now. Hello, Joey Brooklyn. Good to have you. Astro Haterade. Thank you so much. I love that. I love that screen name. Hi, Daphne. How are you? Much love and respect to you. Thank you for joining. Do I have live chat on? Oh my goodness. Let me see what I got. Oh, I had limited. I had top chat. Let me share the broadcast. If somebody could put in the Facebook video share group. Barry, good to see you. Thanks for joining. If somebody could put the Facebook video share group, I would greatly appreciate that. I'm having a really nice day. My wife is shopping, and I'm sitting in the car waiting for her to come out. but I have a long way to go. Hello, Judy. Good to see you, Tani. Hello, Folklore Picks. Thank you for joining from India. Hi, Firefly, Winky Whispers. Love you. Hope you're doing well. Karen, good to see you. Double Karen, Karen Wise. Karen, good to see you. Sarah, thank you for coming in. Thank you for supporting Katina. Love and respect. Killer Whale is in the building. Good to see you. Laura, thank you for joining. All right, let me share. Hi, Mrs. McJagger. Thank you, Joe. Thanks for sharing. I'm going to share it right now. I got to wait for my commercial to go. Slightly Manic Mummy, good to see you. Thank you so much for joining. All right, let me share. Create a community post. Louise Poppy, hello. Kia Ora from my great friend Louise. I don't know if you're still on the roll. I don't know if you're still out and about, but if you're home in New Zealand, I hope you're home safe and sound. I'm going to just create a community post. Come join us as we speak about Prince Andrew. Okay. Hi, Shame. How are you? Katina, always great to see you. Thank you so much for being in here. Katina Inspirations, thank you so much. Georgia, great to see you. Thank you for coming in. I know, some people just go on listen, some of the rich and famous will sit and deny things to the end of time. Linda, good to see you. Linda Wood, thank you for coming in. Some of the rich and famous will say, you know what, I'm going to deny and deny and deny. And that's their program. That's what they do. But, the evidence is overwhelming. The complainants, this is what's crazy. The complainants are there. We have complainants in this case. Why aren't these people being arrested? I know as a law enforcement professional, let me say, red like wine, thank you for coming. The Queen does not care about the victims. But I will say this, hold the comments for a second. I will tell you, as a law enforcement professional, when I had a complainant, that means if a woman called 911 and I responded as a cop, as a police officer, and she said, so-and-so raped me, and I'm going to sign an affidavit that he had sexual activity with me without my consent, or my underage daughter was engaging in sexual behavior with so-and-so, and here's my signed affidavit, either we would make the arrests if the perpetrator was on the scene immediately, or our detective squad would go out and make the arrest. So the federal government has sworn affidavits from these numerous complainants, these numerous victims, complainant victims. We call them CW, complainant victims. So the CWs are here. The feds have written sworn affidavits. We all see Gloria Allred, the famous attorney representing these women. I don't get it. I don't get why these people aren't brought in. Why aren't they tracked down and brought in? Use all of the resources to get these savage people off of the streets. They're a menace to society. These are people who thought it was okay. Let me send a tweet. About this. Hashtag Jeffrey Epstein and Prince Andrew. Okay, so thank you, Derek. So I appreciate that, my fine friend. Everyone go subscribe to Derek C. Williams. He's a great broadcaster, a great friend of the community. He is a content creator just like myself. And I say this, thank you so much to the people who support us content creators. Because I'll be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, without you, thank you, Alex Daily TV, for the super chat. Much love and respect back to you. Alex is a supporter on Periscope and here on YouTube. Without the constant support and viewership like you guys, we as creators are nothing. So you guys are very important to me and to us. And I feel that I have to speak and give thanks and praise to all of the viewership, because without you guys, we really wouldn't have anything. We'd be talking to ourselves. So thank you so much for your support in the comment section down below. Thank you for thumbing up the video, leaving comments, super chat. I know a lot of people can or some can't do it. It doesn't matter if you let the videos play, the ads on my videos and other creators, you're supporting them without going into your pocket, and we appreciate that. So let the ads roll. Walk away from the phone or your tablet or your device. Let those ads roll, and that helps. Leaving comments in the comment section, believe it or not, that helps us get noticed. Dot to dot, good to see you. So let me scroll back and say hello to everybody. I've completed my my shares for now. Dari D, wow, God bless you, DutyRon. I love your channel. Thank you so much for your generous super chat. Much appreciated. Thank you, Dari D. You are a great new supporter of my channel, and I appreciate you. Epitone, good evening, and it's afternoon here at 1:15 on the East Coast. I am in New York City, outside a little bit. Millie, good to see you, Millie M. Thank you so much for coming in. Much love and respect. Winky, thank you for putting up those links. So again, you know, I have to say, I didn't know about leaving comments. I never do that unless I miss the chat. The comments really help. Really, the comments really help. It helps with YouTube's putting out. If you have a lot of comments, here, I'll give you an example. If you have a lot of comments, thank you, Judy. Much love right back to you. Love and respect. If you have a lot of comments on your video, YouTube picks up on that and says, oh, there's a lot of people who are interested in that. So the more comments, the better. So that's a way for you to help other people that you like. If somebody's doing something or saying something that you like, hello, Jen from Tokyo. Wow, good to see you, Jen Chapman. Thank you so much. Boston, Massachusetts, says Firefly. Great to see you. It is nice today. It's 47 degrees here. Thank you for the $10 super chat. Stephanie, aka Heaven, was here. Much love and respect. Thank you for the super love. I like to call super chat. Guys, call me corny. Ladies, call me whatever you want to call me. I like to call it super love. Thank you for the super love. $10 on the super love. Blessings to each and every one of you. And I want to give a really big shout out to all my Patreon supporters. Thank you to all the ladies and gentlemen who support me through Patreon. I do special broadcasts and give special content and send out special gifts to my Patreon supporters. I greatly appreciate that. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please hit the subscription bell, the notification bell, the subscription button, the notification bell. I said it backwards. Subscribe to my channel. Give it a chance. Thank you for joining the Patreon family. Thank you, Emily. Appreciate that. Thank you for putting up those comments. You know, if you leave me comments in the comment section, as everybody knows, all the people like Gordy Bobs and all the different people that know me for a while, I answer every comment in my comment section, as long as it's not derogatory or if it's something silly, it's something that you can't really hook me really fast. So if you put decent comments in the comment section, I get back to everybody all the time. So leave me comments in the comment section. I love to interact with you guys. Hello, Moose. Good to see you. Thank you Moose says, hello, Ron. Thank you for the broadcast. I appreciate your point of view, my friend. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Moose. And guys, you know, I don't expect everybody to agree with me. A lot of people don't agree with me, and I am open to that as well, too. So thank you so much. Do you use Patreon or Periscope most? Periscope, then I use YouTube the most, then Periscope, and then Patreon. I put up little snippets of live videos on my Patreon as well. So, okay, Emily is hitting the exclamation point. Lauren Cooper is saying hello from Ireland. If you're new here, first-time viewer, hello, Paul Peck. There's a great content creator, Paul Peck Drywall. If you want to know everything about DIY and home improvements when it comes to the drywall area, Paul Peck is your man. He's over probably close to 80,000 subscriber channel. Paul is rocking and rolling. Hello, Canadian Witches. Thank you for joining. Linda, great to see you. Paul Peck is rocking and rolling. He's a gentleman. He is an awesome human being. I highly recommend you go check out Paul Peck Drywall. He is awesome sauce. Periscope. Yeah, it's Periscope. I think it's spelled Periscope. All right, guys. Thank you so much for subscribing to Paul Peck. You won't go wrong. Check out my friend Joey Brooklyn. He is awesome. I work a lot and I can't tune in a lot. It's okay, man. It's okay. Firefly, Much love and respect to you. I appreciate it. Louise Poppy, one of my great friends from New Zealand, Kia ora, and hello to Louise Poppy right here. She is a awesome content creator on Periscope, on YouTube. I highly recommend you check out Louise Poppy, my great friend from New Zealand. I had lunch and broke bread with her on several occasions. I think we got together 2 times in separate years with Louise Poppy, Joey Brooklyn, and the whole crew. Louise is a 1,000% lady. She is 1,000% a great supporter, and she is a professional live streamer. So go and check out Louise Poppy. I highly implore all 120 something people in this room to go check out Louise Poppy, my good friend from New Zealand. Anyways, back onto the topic. So again, Prince Andrew's daughter has put back her podcast. It was a podcast. She was going to do a series. Thank you so much for being in here. Char Brady is a newbie. Happy to be here. Thank you so much for being in here, Char. It's a pleasure to have the newbies. Thank you. Georgia says we have locally who engage in sexual exploitation. When does it end? Exactly. There's so many of these, the pedophiles running around. Gail, good to see you. Naboul is in the building from France. Naboul, great content creator as well. There's so many great channels that come in here and watch me, and I'm so appreciative of that. I really am so appreciative of it. Armor K, good to see you, and thank you to all of my friends. So they're expecting Prince Andrew's daughter, Emily, to keep this podcast series on sex trafficking and slavery. It's probably never going to drop. And the fascinating thing about it is, you know, people aren't talking about him re-victimizing his family. You know, his family, his daughters are now silenced because of their father. Sunshine, thank you for the super chat, super sticker. Thank you for that super love. Mahid, great to see you. Thank you for joining. So Prince Andrew has denied, as we know, all the sexual allegations, that he had no contact with Virginia Giuffre, she claims that Jeffrey Epstein forced her to have sex with the prince in 2001 and 2002 when she was 17 years old. Her first encounter was when she was 16, turning 17. He's denied all. He even, in his BBC interview that we all seen recently, Prince Andrew adamantly denied even knowing her. He, in fact, said that the photograph of him with her is fake. Come on now, big guy. Are you kidding me with that? I mean, the royal family is a disgrace. Speaking in a BBC interview with Newsnight presenter Emily Matlis, Prince Andrew said, "It didn't happen." I'm quoting the article. He said, folks, it didn't happen. I can absolutely categorically tell you it never happened. Come on now. Come on, guys. I have no recollection of ever meeting this lady, none whatsoever. I could just hear him saying it, you know? Where's Ghislaine Maxwell? Where is Ghislaine Maxwell? I have so many questions that are unanswered. And I say to the FBI and the feds, do your job. Do your goddamn job. Find these people, hunt them down, use your many resources. We can monitor their credit activity. You can monitor her banking transactions. Don't forget, these are rich people. These are wealthy people. They make transactions. Do you think that she's got a stockpile of money where she doesn't ever have to go to the bank or do an electronic transfer? There's so much electronic footprints that you can freaking track down the area. Listen, all right, without giving away some of my detective knowledge, without giving away a lot, I could tell you that I have worked, me personally, I have worked with the Homicide Task Force. That included state, federal, and local agencies. I've worked with 3 agencies on tracking down interstate. In other words, someone that committed a homicide in New York City fled to Georgia. Now you go across state lines, it becomes a federal case. I dealt with the feds, as backfill on homicide investigations, where we monitor every electronic move, emails, text messages, banking. If you go to an ATM, you get a hit and you got somebody on. Locals go out to that ATM and swoop up this murder suspect. So why the F can't our federal government put those monitoring devices on these perpetrators that are named? They're named in affidavits. We have complainant witnesses. We have complainant victims. We have victims who have come forward and signed complaints. Why can't they do that? Why? So those are the questions that I have, because they don't want to. But Louise, what's happening is they're saying to the American people and to people of the world that they are investigating. They're saying that they are investigating, okay? Even Prince Andrew said in his BBC interview, if the U.S. federal authorities want to speak to me, I'll speak to them. He should have been spoken to immediately. He said in a BBC interview he was willing to talk. So the crazy point of this is that 2 federal correction officers were arrested Monday, about a week ago. 2 federal correction officers were arrested on Monday, this past Monday. And I called it on August 12th. I did a video and I pinned the comment in my Jeffrey Epstein comment section. Hello, Tori Hartman. Good to see you. Good to see you, Tori. Much love and respect to you. Everyone go subscribe to Tori Hartman. She is a great friend of mine. She's a great friend of ours. She is awesome sauce, as she says. I get truth bumps when I say this. I get truth bumps all over my arms when I say Tori Hartman is 1,000% love and respect, go. So go check out her channel. You all know her here. She's awesome. Awesome. Now, I said August 12th that the correction officers who were sleeping at Jeffrey Epstein's bedside, basically, they were right outside his cell, down one cell away at the correction officer's station. I said August 12th in my video. You can go watch the video. I'll pin it in the comment section below. I'll pin it in this comment section so you can go check out my video. It's only 14 minutes long. I did an upload 14 minutes long, August 12th, on Jeffrey Epstein. And I said in that video that those correction officers would get and take the hit for it. August 12th, I said they would take the hit for it. And on Monday, this Monday, they got arrested. Barbara, thank you for the super love. Thank you, Barbara, for the super love. I called it on August 12th, and on Monday, what happened? 2 federal correction officers were locked up. Thank you, Tracy. They were locked up. I knew that was going to happen. And I knew that they were going to be locked up before any of the main perpetrators. These perps, I call them perps. It's short. It's a cop thing. Like we say collars as an arrest. The perps are running free. Lisa, thank you for the super love. I appreciate that and love it. Thank you, Lisa. Love and respect to you. The perps are running free, ladies and gentlemen, and we need to demand. I'm going to start sending letters to the federal government. I'm going to start sending letters to Washington, D.C., demanding that they take action and bring the proper people to justice, not some fucking correction officer that fell asleep. You could lock up 2 correction officers, but you got guys like, all of these politicians that are named. Bill Clinton was named in it. Donald Trump's named in it. Many high-end politicians. This Ghislaine Maxwell, or whatever frick her name is pronounced, Maxwell is running around. And you got all of the other girls that were involved in the scheduling of all of these young Dershowitz, All of them are running free, these pedophiles. Look at the other disgusting one that was called out in the comedy club. Who was that guy? God. Anyways, there's so many of these Hollywood and high-end pedophiles that are running around. They're just, it's just disgraceful, guys. So go and use your, hey, Christina's Journey, thank you so much for coming in. Gemma's Journey, thank you for being in here. Go and rile up these savage beasts and put them behind bars. So guys, you guys know what I'm talking about. I'm going to do a video tonight. It'll be about 30 minutes long, just about as long as this one, because I'm going to get ready to wrap it up. I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for listening, watching the replays, hitting up the thumbs up button, leaving me comments in the comment section, my Patreon supporters, my super chatters, my regular commenters that interact, Half Rudder, thank you for the super love. You guys have many other options. There's so many videos on Jeffrey Epstein on YouTube. It's type and respect you guys 110% for you watching my video. It is an honor. One of you, Louise, thank you for coming in. Half Rudder, thank you. No, thank you, Half Rudder. Joey Brooklyn, much love to you. Joey, are you getting any buffering, or is it just on the other people's on the other end? Don't forget, DutyRon is not popular for Cypher. Yes, it is. It's true, Barbara. I don't, each and every one of the videos I make, they demonetize them. They demonetize them. So thank you to Linda from Canada coming on in. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Tani, Michelle. Much love. Do we have buffering? Anybody? It was buffering? Okay. Thank you, Tori. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay, guys, I'm going to sign off from now. Thank you for coming in on the live. Look for me tonight at around 9 p.m. Eastern. 9 p.m. Eastern on the East Coast. I appreciate all of you. I will see you tonight on a detailed video. Paul Peck Drywall, Tori Hartman, Half Rudder, Emily Flolita, Winky Whispers, Linda, Mandy Hall, Nabul, all of you guys, much love. Berg Strong, Linda from Canada, Red Like Wine. You guys are awesome. Louise, love and respect. Texas Lassie, thank you, thank you. Thank you, guys. Good night and God bless. Watch the replay, Mahid. Watch the replay. All right, Meglo, love you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. The missus is walking back up. That's why I'm trying to wrap it up quick. Mrs. DutyRon is walking up. I could see her coming. Derek, thank you so much. Love and respect from my house to yours. Thank you, guys. Enjoy your Saturday or Sunday, depending on where you're watching. Love and respect.